Hi everyone, we are back again. Sports Jazz, Isaac and Josh, and yeah, it's all about that Man United Jazz. We are going to be talking about Man United, their performance yesterday against Chelsea. How was it? Was it impressive? Everything right here on Sports Jazz. Once again, Josh and Isaac live in your face. Yeah, sorry, I have something distracting me over here, but yeah, Josh, let's see it. How was the game? I mean, by the way, I thought it was going to be a thrashing, but it looks like it turned out good for us. It didn't really.
Yeah, in your face,
It
in
didn't
your
go
face.
south.
Now you're happy to
I thought it
say
was going
us.
to be very, very bad.
Now you're happy to say
Yeah, I'm
us. You were
happy. I'm
telling
happy
me how
because
Enzo Maresca was going to whitewash us, but I never
honestly, I
saw
thought
that
he was going
coming.
to. Because even the game against Liverpool was way much better than the game they played on Sunday. Way,
Yeah,
way,
that
way
was
better.
yeah, that was Liverpool.
Surprisingly.
When you come to Old Trafford, or when you're facing Manchester United, it's a whole other thing. Even if we are in form
Josh,
or
no,
we are
no, no,
not
no,
in
no, no, no,
form.
no, no,
No,
no,
even
no,
if we are not in form,
no,
we are another other thing.
no, Josh.
Believe you me, as
It's
in,
it's not fair.
it's not easy. It's
It's not
not
right for you
easy
to keep
playing
saying that.
against Man United.
No, it's not fair for you to keep saying that,
Believe
Josh.
you
It's
have
not.
to believe Man United is not your ordinary team.
No, Josh, it's ordinary. I'm a fan, but I have to call a spade a spade. United is fake currently. But yo, once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Sports Jazz, please do subscribe to our channel. It's Josh and Isaac. And yeah, looking at the game that was over the weekend in the Premier League, United versus Chelsea. Uh, we saw what happened. And to me, Josh, before you come in, I'll say this: nothing really new. I mean, after all, it's the same squad Ten Hag left or Nestroy inherited from Ten Hag. Nothing really new. Are there any positives? Uh, Maybe that we didn't lose. We picked up a point. Ganacho, he's my boy. I like him, star boy, but he was awful yesterday. He pissed me off. He wasted a lot of chances, and he's becoming more selfish and selfish. But he's only 20 years, so I can give him a slap on the wrist. But it shouldn't be happening, man. We need to be winning goals. And there's also that other chance that Fernandez wasted. I don't know whether you remember it. Ball went straight up in the sky,
Yeah, I
and the
do.
sky
I
is.
did.
Tell me, Josh, about yesterday. Your overall take about the game, the positive, the negatives. What did you pick from the game? What did you see that was a good thing, and what do you think excuse me, and what do you think what's that negative bit that you saw about the team yesterday?
Well, it was quite disappointing that we dropped 2 points yesterday at Old Trafford, because we needed the bounce going forward. We needed
Oh yeah, very
to have
much.
won that game, because those 3 points would have put us in a pole position for bigger things going forward. You know, we've just had a manager sacked, and we're going to have a new manager. So it would help that the manager finds the team in not a very bad shape, and that can only happen if we do win our games. We do collect some more points, especially that the 4 games that the interim manager is going to have, the ones are all being played at home. So I would have loved for us to have won yesterday's game, but it wasn't to be. On the overall, I liked the fact that we played the way we played. We were not easy to play against. We were not. Chelsea was not having a field day. They actually did not want to play against us. The thing that I didn't like about the game is we did not actually bring much more needed urgency into the game, because I thought we would have been a little more aggressive. The game was sloppy. The game was sloppy on both fronts. Both teams gave away the ball way too easily. Both teams did not use the ball very well. They didn't take care of the ball very well, and it's unfortunate that the chances that we did get, most of them fell to Alejandro Garnacho, who was very wasteful on the night. He continued to be wasteful, and I am glad that Isaac now accepts that Garnacho is selfish and very wasteful. But yeah, that is the biggest undoing. I like the fact that Ugarte managed to play in that midfield role, though he gave away the ball um, a couple of times. He was a bit steady in the things that he did later on in the game. So I mean, yeah, it was good. Casemiro got into the game proper, and I mean, he played very, very well. He played very well. He was guilty also of giving the ball away when the game had just started, but he later got hold of it, and he started to string a few passes together, and he even assisted Rasmus Hoyland before he was taken out by Sanchez for the penalty.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, let me see. We have someone in the comment section. Then we also have hi Anne, hi Anne. Then we have Nelson, hi Isaac and Josh. Happy and excited to be here. Thank you for being on, brother. Height says, don't you think that the problem is more on United players than the coaches? That is where I was coming to. That's why I said I don't see any progress. I don't see any change because it's the same team Nestroy inherited. And being the same team, I really didn't see the chemistry. I didn't see the partners. I think it's the same thing. It was very, very boring to me, Josh. So do I expect anything new to happen? No. We are playing PAOK. Is it on Thursday in Europa? Still, I don't see anything happening. We might even lose if we don't draw. The good thing, we are going to be at the old at the Theater of Dreams. So that's a good thing because I know our fans are very, very lovable fans and they support. They always get behind their team. Just like the game we're playing again, we're still hosting Leicester at the end of the week before the new man, before the new engineer, before the new manager Amorim steps in on Monday. But yeah, Josh, overall, if I'm to look at how things were, Casemiro was good. Casemiro had a decent. In fact, he's had a decent season so far. I mean, leaving the other game, the Liverpool game, leaving that nightmare behind. But he's been solid for us. He's been good. He has impressed a lot. The games against City, Fulham, Brentford, West Ham, Leicester, and yesterday I also think he was very decent against Chelsea. So the only problem is he's on a very, very high wages. But my man of the match, of course, Mazarawi. Splendid. Mazarawi was
What's wrong
very,
with
very
you
good.
and the wages? What's wrong with you and the wages?
Well, we are trying to undo what Ed Woodward, Matt and Jude, all of them,
Yeah,
whatever they
but
did, we are trying to undo all that. But I don't blame that on him, Josh. I don't blame that on him. I
okay.
mean, he had a very good negotiator. Mazarawi, man of the match for me yesterday. He was very, very, very good, solid and technically sound. Bruno Fernandez, of course, also he had his good moments. Holland, um, I don't know what's up with Holland. It's like something is missing for him to tick. It could be also by the way the midfielders, because being a striker, you need people to feed you balls. You need people to get you, come with you, give you passes, give you balls. But we've also seen him in the center, or rather in front of a goal, in the final third of the opponent, and he's failed to convert those few chances that we've refused. So I don't know, something is missing. Joshua Zirkzee, he had only 10 minutes on, but I would say he's having a stinker ever since the Fulham game where he scored. He's having a stinker so far. Yeah, Josh, unfortunately, I have to say that. That is me. That is my opinion, Josh. Yes, we lacked intensity off the ball. Uh, Rashford, I don't know. It doesn't look so good for him, especially if he's playing as a right winger, maybe left winger. But unfortunately, they have to go toe to toe with Ganacho. But still, I think he should be given more. Uh, I mean, he should be given priority to play on the left side. If not, if not the left side, because I'm trying to look at. I've compared all these. I mean, all these games this season, all games he's been very effective if he's coming from the left, Josh. Apart from the other Barnsley game in EFL where he was leading the line, he played as a striker because we had Ganacho and Ahmad Diallo on both wings. So I think maybe he should go back to the left side. He could turn out good. Uh, Overall, Amorim has a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do with this Man United team, and I'm not surprised if by the end of the season, many players are likely. I would say actually in 2 seasons, but starting with this very season, towards the end of this season, my gut tells me many players are going. There's going to be another revolution. Players are going to move. Other players are going to come in. Josh, before you come in, we see Height says we need more good players to compete with Rashford, Bruno, and Ganacho. That I do agree. By the way, Josh, we have no Ganacho, we have no Bruno's replacement. We have no replacement.
Yeah,
I
we
don't know if you
do.
can name
We do.
anyone. Who? Who?
Ericsson.
Josh.
Ericsson has been
He's
until he
having
got
just he's
injured.
having a good season, but he's not close.
Until
But
he
he
got
used to
injured.
be. The
Until he
current
got
Ericsson
injured.
now.
Until he got
That
injured, he was our best player at Manchester United.
mm,
Everything was happening through him. So for me, I don't have a problem with Ericsson. I don't have a problem that he has gotten a bit older because our players who play in midfield actually use their brains more than their athleticism. If they have a guy like Manuel Ugarte behind them, alongside Casemiro or Kobe Mainu, I mean, then the guy can play. The guy can be able
mm.
to play.
But are you contented with what you saw yesterday?
Yeah, yeah,
Josh.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm good. I'm good. I liked what I saw. Apart from
Mm,
a few players, I think Ganacho should be benched. Ganacho should get out of that team. He needs to be given some tough love to actually understand that he is not a starter in that team. He has to fight for his position to get into that team. I would prefer Amad Diallo in place of Ganacho. Actually, when they took off Rashford for Diallo, I was quite disappointed in the substitution because much as Amad Diallo was the player I wanted to come on, Rashford was
mm.
not the player I wanted to get off. The player I wanted to get off was
I think
Alejandro Garnacho
he went off
because
because of maybe being played out of position. That's what
no,
I was
even
saying
if you
earlier.
yeah, but then when you introduce Amad Diallo, then Rashford can get to the left
To the
and
left
play in that
side. Yeah,
position. Yes, I mean
I agree
that
with you
ferocious
because
volley that he had that hit the woodwork um, is one of the reasons that I would want a player like Rashford in my team because Rashford times his runs almost perfectly every time, but Ganacho is a bit too rush. He's a bit um,
he's
in
still 20
always in
years old.
yes, yes, yes. But I'm just telling you what is happening with the boy. So I mean, he needs to be given some tough love. When Eric Ten Hag was keeping him out of the team and giving him a few minutes, and he was performing, you berated Ten Hag for doing that. But perhaps he was seeing the attitude of this boy, and he didn't like the things that he was seeing whenever he was on the ball. So he preferred to give him a few minutes because in those few minutes, maybe the boy will go and um, fight to get glory, and he would get it in the end. But most of the time that you see Ganacho play, he's electric. He's a threat every time he has the ball. He runs at defenders, but he has a lot to improve. His dribbling is not good. His decision making is not good. Um, he's too selfish. Which would have been okay
But
if he
but Josh,
was not
that
dragging the
has
ball
started
out
this
of.
season. He's not
It,
always been like that.
me, I'm only talking about this Ganacho that I see this season.
Mm. And also,
Yeah.
Josh, again, don't forget he's just 20 years old, so he has there's a lot of room
No,
for him to
yes, but
improve
you
because he's
see,
getting a lot of stick
how do
lately,
you, yeah,
which I
but how
think
do
is a
you
bit
manage?
unfair.
No, it cannot be unfair. How do you manage a kid who is 20 years old? How do you manage him to actually understand the game better? That's why last time I suggested that maybe Amorim plays him at left wing back. Maybe it can give him a better understanding of the overall game, because Garnacho is actually a player that we do need firing at Manchester United. But for
That is
me,
correct. We need him
at the
firing.
moment, I
He
would
needs to be
rather
shooting
play.
goals.
I would rather play Amad Diallo on the right and Rashford on the left, because actually Amad Diallo can string in some passes. He's more
Mm,
technically secure. He can hold the ball. He can pass the ball well, whereas Garnacho cannot do that. So Rasmus Højlund also finds a problem scoring goals, because Garnacho will never pass the ball to him. Even
that is
when there's
correct.
an opportunity for Garnacho to pass the ball, he will just keep running with the ball into dark alleys, and he will end up side netting.
But he's been okay. He's tried, Josh. He has tried. He has 6 goals so far, and I think four,
No,
five
you,
assists.
those stats are lies. The eye test can tell you something that you need to see about a player who is developing, because
Mm.
with the quality, with the quality and ability that Garnacho has, he is always going to score goals. Okay, even when he has a stinker like yesterday, that volley that he had during the game, that just skid off the post, off the bar. I mean, it could have gone in on another day. Then he would have scored a goal in a game. But still, you have to look at his development, the fact that he's that young.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Sports Jazz, once again, guys, please do subscribe, and turn on the notifications. We are looking at the review, or we are reviewing Man United versus Chelsea yesterday. Josh, let's look at the stats. We had 11 shots and 4 on target. Chelsea had 12 with 3 on target. Possession 46 for United, 54 for Chelsea, 405 passes, 475 passes for Chelsea. Accuracy 79 United, 83 for Chelsea. And I mean, a few things. No, I think I'll say that later. Just the next thing I wanted us to look at is
Before that, you wanted to know
yeah,
about Rasmus Højlund.
yeah, Josh. That's where we're coming. That's where we're coming. It's okay. Let's start with him. Let's start with him. I wanted
Yes,
to look at the ratings and performance
yeah, you
yesterday about
see,
yesterday's game.
the problem with Rasmus Højlund, much as he had a few interchanges with Garnacho, there was
Mm,
little danger until he won the penalty. But the
mm,
problem comes with finding him, because most of the time that um, Hoyland was being played the ball into, he had his back facing the goal. So I mean, he's shrugging off a defender, and the defender is tight on him. That is all the time he got the ball. And the time that he got the ball, when he was running onto it, it resulted into a penalty. Yes, you can blame him for the heavy touch, because that touch was poor. It should have at least um, gotten a more deft touch for him to put that ball in the back of the net. But it worked out well, even if the touch was a bit too far from him. He managed to get a penalty from it. But the biggest problem that we do have, we are not playing Rasmus Højlund into. We're not bringing him into the game. Whereas I believe that Amad Diallo and Rashford can help Rasmus Højlund more than Garnacho will ever help him in this moment.
yeah, back to Nelson. He says our first half was sloppy. We picked up in the second half. Ganacho needs to be clinical and also pass the ball. Holland lacks supply. That I do agree. Although when he gets some chances, also, he wastes them. Lack supply. We lacked the final and penetrative pass. We missed Ericsson. Yeah, that is by the that is when you miss. That is when you need Ericsson for those,
And you
those
were
doggy
saying that
passes.
he cannot
No, 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 Josh. No,
deputize
no,
for
no.
him.
He's not. I insist. He's not. He's not. He's not, Josh. He's
Why?
not. No, I don't think. If I would say generally comparing even last season, I don't think this season. Yeah, he's having a good game this season, Josh. But do I think he's Bruno Fernandez's replacement? Yes, maybe he's a better passer by Fernandez. But one thing I like about Fernandez, he's a risk taker. He's a risk taker. Now Ericsson is not that kind of player, and he also
They
plays
don't have
fair.
to be like for like,
He's a good
but
he's a
they
clean
should be
player.
able to play in that position relatively well.
Ericsson is not going to. He's not good when we don't have the ball, Josh. He's not
Yeah,
good when we
but
don't have the ball. He's not going to
the
give you. He's not going to run all around the field. And
he
come on,
does
this engine.
actually. He actually does.
If
Me,
he
I
has
don't.
good people behind him,
No, he actually does. And the place that Fernandez plays, it's almost a luxurious position on the pitch. Even when you make runs, you're just making runs to stop the player from running without being hustled. But there are players in positions that are going to be able to win this ball back. So for me, I don't have a problem with Ericsson playing there. So for me,
okay.
for Rasmus Højlund, I would give him a 5 out of 10. For Alejandro
Uh,
Garnacho, I would give him 4 or 3. It was very disappointing. It
yeah, it
was
was.
very
I agree.
disappointing.
I agree. I'm a huge fan, but I do agree. He was
Now
disappointing.
wait,
Very, very wasteful.
wait. There's that chance that he scuffed the layoff from Fernandez.
Mm.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Fernandez runs with the ball, commits all the defenders into almost their goal, then he lays it off on a plate, well weighted for Garnacho. And
And what
I don't know
happens?
what Garnacho, he just scruffs the ball in some manner. And Sanchez just. Anyway, I think I would give him 3 out of 10.
Well, well, let's wait. Things are going to change. Things are going to change. Things are
Yeah, I
going to
hope
change,
so. I
Josh.
hope
So
so.
I'm not really
For
worried
Marcus
anymore.
Rashford, for the
I know
minutes he
things are
was
going
on
to
the
change.
pitch, I would give him a 6 out of 10
Why,
because
Josh? What did he do?
he twisted Gusto so much that he didn't come back for the second half.
Look, look at what he's saying.
Uh, you know that an attacker is doing his job when the manager has to rethink his
That
tactics
is why you
at
rate him
half time.
6.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
No, I don't.
And the ferocious volley that hit the bar.
Did
The
you see
technique was good.
Ruben's interview called Man United? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did. I did. He said Man United is my club. He also talked about Hugo. Is it Hugo Vienna going to the other side of the pitch? That is Man City. And he said he will always be my good friend. But when it comes to club, he's a City person. I'm a Red or United person. Yeah, I saw that. I just watched it actually 30 minutes before we came on. It was
Come
a
on,
beautiful one.
Ziad.
He
Come
shows
on,
more
Ziad.
charisma in that interview than Ten Hag did in the last two and a half years.
Yo, Ten Hag was always putting out fires, but if
He was
anything,
too
the
serious,
guy.
maybe. I
No,
can say
if
that he was
anything,
too
the guy
serious.
you have to give it to Ten Hag
And
for
by
the
the way,
thick skin that he had. Ten Hag had a thick skin. I mean, the things that were happening at Manchester United in the period he was there was so much, but he took all of them on, and yeah, he managed to even give interviews to very disrespectful people like Gary Lineker and Alan Shearer just after winning an FA Cup, and they were asking him about him being sacked. I don't think any other guy would have been as humble as he
that,
was.
that was not nice, by the way. That was not nice at all. Someone is enjoying, they've just won, and you're telling them. But yep, no more Ten Hag, unfortunately, or rather, fortunately, no more Ten Hag, fortunately. And now we are talking Ruben Amorim. His interview was, by the way, the question approach. His question approach is very good, Josh. I like how he doesn't. He tries to go. Ten Hag was too direct. That's why he always
Yeah.
got into conflict.
No, he got into conflicts because he was brutally honest. It's just how he was raised. From where he
No,
comes
Josh.
from where he comes from, people are brutally honest. They say what
No,
they want to say, and they don't care if it whatever ruffles your feathers. Whereas
no, Ziad, you still can.
don't
The
worry,
cape, the kangaroo cap,
I'm an
the kangaroo cap.
Amorim guy. I'm the Amorim guy now.
Ziad, you still can. He's wearing the kangaroo cap. Ten Hag answered everything with two trophies. By the way, man, Ziad is fun. And injuries.
Yeah, but it was true, as in it was just factual. So he had to say
Well,
what he had to say.
everyone
Those
has
things were
injuries.
happening.
Everyone is facing injuries. City
No,
has injuries.
no,
Arsenal
no, no,
has
no,
injuries. So
no. The ones we had were
I mean, you can
unheard of.
talk about it. You can talk about it. You can stretch your point, but not every time reminding us of how you won two trophies, how you won six trophies in how many? How many years, Josh? You keep
Eight
track.
years. 8 years.
8 years.
Six. Yeah, but it's not easy. 6 trophies in 8 years. Ask Arteta. 6 seasons, nothing.
We just did that. I leave at it alone. Although he's headed into very, very
Oh,
tough
yeah,
times,
he
by
did
the
win
way.
an FA Cup in 4 months.
Yeah, he
For
won.
3 months. Yeah.
He won one. He won one. So, well, once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Josh, we're still looking
Others
at.
can
Let's
argue
look at.
that he was fortunate he was at Arsenal at the time the FA Cup final was played, rather than guiding the team to the trophy.
That is funny, Josh. And Onana, I think Onana is okay. Onana is
Yeah, Onana
uh
would give him 5 because he conceded a goal.
really.
Yeah, he didn't do much wrong, but unfortunately for
I thought you were going to say
goalkeepers,
7.
no, unfortunately for goalkeepers, when you concede a goal, it's a bad day at office.
That's true. They have only one job, to stop goals or
Yeah,
to
to save
protect
the goal. So the
those
fact that he
balls,
conceded,
to protect
though
balls from going into the net behind him.
yeah, he couldn't do too much about that shot, but still
Okay, and yeah, let's start from the back. That's Onana. Then Mazarawi, excellent to me. I'll
eight,
give him a 7.
eight, eight
Ah,
out of
that's very
10.
good. I thought you were going to say
Yeah,
6.
no.
Excellent.
Eight,
Very,
eight.
very excellent.
And you
Okay,
see
then
what you were
Delict.
questioning, what you were questioning during the game
Mm,
about why Dalo had been played at right back and Mazraoui at left back, and I
hmm.
told you it was to do with Neto, the
Yeah,
pace of Neto at right back, and the I think even the comfort that Mazraoui gives you when he inverts into midfield is also a thing that could have had him play there because he was so comfortable on and off the ball. I mean,
he
Noni
had.
Madueke. You see, the same way Rashford roasted Gusto and he got off. Mazraoui kept Madueke and
Mazarawi in
Palmer
his pocket. I agree. That I do
in his
agree.
pockets, as in both
Absolutely.
pockets. One had
No,
Madueke, another one had Cole Palmer. But
no, about
the one that
Madueke,
had
I do
Madueke,
agree.
yeah, the one that had Madueke when he went to get a bottle of water at the touchline, I think it had
Yeah,
a hole, so Madueke got out. The manager had to take him out.
I didn't see where that was. Let's look at Delict and Lisandro.
Yeah,
I don't know whether you said, but
I would give
they
the
look
league
to be a bit more
7. I would give
communicating.
the league 7, and I would give
Mm,
Martinez 6.
okay, and Dallo,
Dallo, I would give him 5.
you'd give
He
him 5.
struggled a bit, five,
Uh,
5 or 6. He struggled a bit, but I like the fact that he managed to contain Pedro Neto.
Casemiro and Ugarte.
Casemiro struggled in the first half. He was a bit
He had a
sloppy.
decent game. Get
Yeah,
us
he
the
was
same
a
game,
bit
Josh.
sloppy, but he grew into the game. He grew into
Mm.
the game, and he assisted Rasmus Hoyland getting that penalty. So I would give him a 7.
And Ugarte,
Ugata, I would give him 5. He
then you have
struggled. He
Fernandez. You
struggled a
already did
lot.
Fernandez, right?
No,
No,
not
not
yet.
yet. Fernandez.
6.
Why, Josh? You scored our penalty.
Yeah, but still
Eight,
6.
eight,
No,
Josh, eight,
6. No, no, no.
eight.
Bruno Fernandez, with the ability that he has, the ball that fell to him at the edge of the box, he's the one player
Okay,
that I wanted that ball to fall
that
to. And he
I
fluffed his
remember.
chance.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
in,
that I also
he
remember.
skied the ball so high. But I get it instinctively. I think he saw a picture in his head, and he just
That
went for
told him
power.
what?
Whereas the ability that he has to pass the ball and um, wait it very well, then he should have at least hit the target.
Yeah, by the way, news coming in is your friend, or rather your favorite, Graham Potter, has emerged as a surprise candidate for the managerial position at AS Roma.
Oh, I was a bit scared, but I remembered we have a manager.
Yo, Josh, let me ask you something crazy. Yeah, let me ask you
But
something, Josh.
he'll be okay. He'll be okay.
Let me ask you something, Josh, and I would like to know: Do you think United can finish top four this season
Yes.
if they get everything right? If they get the notes
Y-
right, do you think they can finish
Yes.
top four?
The teams
They're
fighting
not
for
very
top
far.
four.
They're just 12 points off the top
6.
of Liverpool.
No, leave Liverpool out because we are not fighting for the first place, but 4 points of 6 points of fourth place.
Now I'm just
But the
showing you
pro,
how easy it might be if the
yeah, yeah,
team
yeah, yeah.
connects so well.
Yeah,
Mm.
but the thing is, the problem though is it's a bit difficult because of the competition for the places in that period. We shall need so many things to go our way for us to push ourselves to get into those positions. Because what is going to happen is Amorim is going to come, and the squad that we do have, I think we have a bit of experience, and these young players like Ganacho are up front, and they need a beating to get their acts together. So those are the ones that might trouble United from getting into top four, because we need goals. We need to have goals, and for me, I don't see how Ganacho in this moment, without help, is going to help United achieve that, because
Yeah,
he's part of the reason that United does not score goals. He gets onto the ball 6 or 7 times in a game in very dangerous positions, but he runs into dark alleys and is always side netting. He can't.
he was
He
wasteful
just can't
yesterday.
make a pass. This is the third
No,
game,
I
by
think
the way.
he can, Josh. I think he can. It's because he's
No.
become too selfish. He just needs someone to
Yes,
sit
that's
him
what
down
I'm
and talk to
saying.
him. But
That's
he
what I'm
can. He can.
saying.
He
Like,
can. He can do way, way, way better.
okay, he does not. He does not make a pass. And if you have a player like Rasmus Hoyland, because me, I believe Rasmus Hoyland is a guy who can score goals. He has the quality to find the back of the net, but just give him the ball in a manner that he can finish it. I mean, when a guy makes a clever movement on the pitch, find him, because the distances between Ganacho and Rasmus Hoyland are not too big. So when Rasmus Hoyland makes a run, you cannot take 3 touches on the ball before you pass him the ball, or else he's going to run in a position where he cannot shoot on goal, but he has to play the ball back to you or to someone else, which is
Well,
very difficult.
I think he can be a better player. He just needs to be sat down.
Sure, sure, sure.
I mean, he's still only 22 years old. Sorry, 20 years old. So he still has a lot of time. He has time to pick up, time to do, because he wasn't performing like this, man. He wasn't performing last season. He was much, much better. Josh, yeah. Lastly, Lastly, Josh, Nestroy has 2 games left as manager. I talked about it slightly, but we can go into depth. He has 2 games as manager. The Europa game against PA, OK, and his last game over the weekend, that is Leicester City, playing Leicester City in the Premier League. Do you see him staying at Man United? That's the most important question. After the arrival of Amorim, do you see Ruud van Nistelrooy staying at Man United? Because considering what he's been replying uh to all to all interviews, he shows he's not going anywhere. He's still there. But don't you think that will be too much of an inconvenience, or he might later on fire himself? Because Amorim is coming with his boys. He's coming with his squad. He's coming with everyone. And also considering that we've not been so good in the final third, not in a bad way, but it's only fair to say I think Nestor should leave because we've been awful in the final third, Josh. There's really one of the reasons as to why he was recruited to join the backroom staff of Ten Hag. Oh, okay. In other words, to be one of the assistants. In fact, close assistants. He came in to help the team when it comes to converting goals. He was a
Not
striker,
only
squad
that,
one.
not only
So he
that,
was a
it's just
striker.
because he
Squad,
was a
I know, Josh.
prolific striker, so it's
Yeah,
easy for
squad
us
150 goals for
to
Man
think.
United. But I mean, I expect the team. Do you remember when Ben McCarthy was at the club?
Yeah,
Do you see a
Rashford scored
difference?
30 goals. Yes.
Exactly, it's what I'm trying to say. So, and we see things are awful and awful and awful. I know he just scored 5-2 last week, midweek, but I mean, I don't think it's wrong if Amorim told him to leave, or even the board told him, "Thank you for everything. Here's your package." I
Yeah,
mean, if
but
they give him his check and he walks off,
I don't think United is in a position to pay off 3 or 4 assistant
maybe,
managers. That is
maybe if you
Darren
say that.
Fletcher, Rene Hake, and Ruud van Nistelrooy. They will all
Mm.
need to be paid in some manner, compensations for their contracts to leave Manchester United, which might be a tall order for Ineos, because they just paid. That means Ineos will spend about 50 million euros on a manager.
Pounds actually.
Yeah, pounds on a manager, because
And
they
and
had to
and if
pay.
you're to add, if you're to add,
They had to pay
okay, yeah,
17 plus
yeah,
11. That's already
mm-hmm.
28 plus the
11 for
5.
who? You mean the incoming
11 Amorim, yes.
Amarim? Yeah,
Plus
okay.
the 5, you know, the 5, then the other fee, the extra fee that was not mentioned, So, I mean, plus paying out the contracts of 3 other assistant managers, it might just be a tall order.
Now I think it was altogether 11 M for Sporting Lisbon. The amount of money United had to pay. I don't remember, but I think it was 11.
Yeah, it was 11.
No, I mean
11
with the
million
five,
euros.
I mean with the assistants also, the 5 assistants that are coming along.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. It was 11 without the assistance. It was 10 in the release clause, okay?
Mm.
But then United asked Amorim to come immediately.
Immediately, not at the
Yeah,
end of the season.
then Sporting Lisbon asked that he comes at the end of the season. Okay?
Mm.
Then Sporting Lisbon said, if you want him to come immediately, you pay an extra 5. United negotiated the extra 5 to 1. So they paid 11. But then they have to pay for compensation for the staff that are coming with Amorim.
Man, we have a game on our hands. I cannot wait. You know what? We have to do a watch along. Sporting
PA,
Lisbon versus
okay.
Man City.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We shall. Yeah, 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 yeah. Beautiful
We,
game. Beautiful game.
we have to do them. We have to see them in action. Mason Mount is back, by the way. Very good news.
I hope he makes it.
Mason Mount is back. Yo, read you just through about rather a few things that Ruben Amarim said earlier. I slightly touched some of what he said. He said we will be free. He was talking about Hugo Vienna, who went the other side, the Blues, Man City. We will be friends until the end, but I have chosen my path. I have chosen Man United or Manchester United, my club. That is what Ziad was saying. My club. Man City is his club. I hope to help Man United improve, and he will do the same, even if it is difficult to improve Man City.
Hugo,
In
sorry,
other words,
who's
they've already
Hugo
done it.
Vienna
He's coming in as the sporting director.
of uh, of
Remember,
Man City?
you remember
Kiki.
Hugo? No, 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 not Kiki. Berada.
And yes,
Hmm.
Berada was not a sporting director
No,
at
he was
Man
not.
City. It is Kiki Bejesterian. I don't know if the name is right, but it's Kiki. So you're saying Hugo Vienna, the Sporting Lisbon sporting
Mm.
director, has left and is going to Man City.
No, I'm saying he's joined Man City as the
Who?
new
Mm. From where?
as the sorry, as the new director of football. Okay, let me put it like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
From
From where?
Sporting
From
Lisbon. From
okay,
Sporting
that's
Lisbon.
okay.
Yeah, from Sporting Lisbon. That's why he's talking about him. But
Mm.
what has caught fans is him saying, "I chose Man United. It's my club." Everyone was like, "Wow!" Fans. Everyone is
Yeah,
like, "Yeah, that's our man.
this the
That's our
guy. This
man.
the guy.
That's the guy." Then he says, there are the best coaches and the best teams in England. There are the best coaches and best teams in England. It will be difficult. It will be a difficult world, but I need it as a coach. A difficult week, both in the worst of my life. Difficult because I'm leaving a place I love, but I'm joining one of the best clubs in the world. There you go.
You heard it. You heard it from Amorim.
One of the best clubs in the world. He said
you,
one, Josh.
yeah, and he tells you best.
And do not
He,
forget
he
when they
doesn't
told him,
even.
when they asked him, did you join the club because of the money? He told you guys, I was offered. There were clubs that were offering me 3 times more what Man United is going to be paying me. So I did not join Man United
But that's
for money.
impossible. There's no
What do you
club
mean it's
that has
impossible?
that money
Oh,
apart
Josh, you'd
from
be surprised.
outside Man United.
You would be surprised.
Outside Man United, who has that money?
You'd be surprised. I don't think he's going to be earning a lot anyway. But you,
Yeah,
Josh, later on today we have Fulham hosting Brentford.
yeah.
They
Eight
start
minutes
in the
from now.
next, yeah, 8 minutes from now. Other games that we had over the weekend, we had Nottingham Forest beating West Ham 3-0. Yo, I swear the West Ham manager is getting the sack very soon. He's getting
I
sacked
always thought
very, very, very soon.
before even the season started, I thought that he would be sacked. He will be the first manager to be sacked in the Premier League
He's getting
because
sacked very soon.
I don't
Tottenham
rate
beating Villa. You don't, yeah, you told me you don't rate him.
not at all.
But
You
yes,
can't be that
yeah,
confused, the manager. You're taking Spain to the World Cup, and then you say that Real Madrid has given me a
that's
job.
called. Can you buy that? That was very
I
silly.
mean, how confused can you be? Yes, okay, yeah, it has given you a job, but you have a job on your hands in the moment. So, I mean,
Mm.
did you just roll over when they came? You didn't make any demands, no conditions, nothing like that. You just rolled over and said, I'll be there tomorrow.
Well, Josh, Wolves drawing with Crystal Palace 2-2. Tottenham Hotspur
Good one,
thrashing
good
Aston
one. Two
Villa
defenders scored.
4-1. Southampton beating Everton 1-0. And that was, by the way, I think that was their first win of the season.
Yeah,
Southampton.
it was. It
Yeah.
was.
Bournemouth beating Man City. What a stinker of a game that was for Man City. Beating Man City 2-1. Ipswich and yeah, McKenna's Ipswich and Leicester City 1-1. Of course, Liverpool beating Brighton 2-1. And the other highlight was Arsenal losing at St. James Park 1-0. The Magpies were in the building.
The Arsenal visited the castle.
Anyway, yeah, it's been a pleasure, guys. Everyone that has been on the stream, thank you so much for tuning in. Josh and Isaac, we are signing out. Please do subscribe, turn on the notifications, and
Sinat
I see
is here.
Sina. Where is Sina? Sinan, you've been lost. Yeah, Sinan has been lost the whole of today. I hope he's okay. He hasn't told us what he thought about the game yesterday.
Hey,
Nelson
Sinan.
says Ganacho reminds me of Adnan Yanuzai.
Januzaj.
If he doesn't change, if he doesn't change, he might flop like him. Rashford is the most inconsistent forward who has played regular. Thank you very much. My hands are washed.
I
That is
agree. No, I agree
he's
with
put
his
it so
assessment.
well.
No, I
He's
agree
he's
with
the
his
most
assessment
inconsistent forward who has. I don't know why they even give him matches. That's why
because
Josh he needs to exit
we
at the
don't
end
have
of the
any
season. I do
better.
agree.
I don't have a problem with that, but we don't have any better. I mean,
I
for
do
me,
agree, Josh.
I would love for them to leave the club and we have better players. But for as long as those are the players that we have, for me, I see that Rashford is the best of the lot.
Mm,
If you do Amad Diallo, Rashford, Anthony, and Ganacho, I would pick Rashford any day.
really?
Yeah,
No, I'll drop Rashford.
Ganacho, Amad Diallo, Rashford, and Anthony to pick one.
Ganacho, Amad Diallo,
Yeah, those are our wing forwards.
Anthony. I'll pick Ganacho,
Yes.
Josh.
Oh my God.
I would, I swear.
Yeah. Such a sad sight to see.
Anyway, yo,
I would
Josh, I
rather
think,
have my inconsistent guy who is going to at least pass the ball to his teammates. But I can't have
but Josh, but you know,
I
Rashford
can't
also
have
does that.
I can't have your consistent I
He
can't have
does that.
I can't have your consistent failure. No, 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 no. Just
Yeah,
fluffing chances
Josh,
left,
let's
right,
wrap it
and
up, man.
center.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah,
Pleasure
sure.
once again, guys. Please subscribe, turn on the notifications.
Sinan
Sinan
beats
says, I pick
Ganacho in
Ganacho,
the
and
match.
very good. Man, people are tired of Rashford. It's the same story. Yes, he had one good season under Ten Hag, but we've seen him. It's the same story. He's played under very many managers,
He
different
also had
managers.
one
Ten
under,
Hag,
but I'll tell you the story of
Mourinho.
Rashford at some point.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
You're going to tell me
the
about his
journey.
charity?
No, 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 no. The
Maybe he
journey
lost
that
someone last season.
no,
I don't
no,
know who
no,
it
no, not
was.
even just that. The journey that he has had at Manchester United that has maybe turned him into the player that he is today. Very inconsistent development from the time that he came back, that he came onto the scene at Manchester United. Louis Van Gaal picked this kid up and brought him on when he was 18 in a Europa game, scored in that game, and he went on to bag a brace against Arsenal before sitting down De Michelis at Man City and scoring in a Manchester derby. But then again, just a season into when the boy had started enjoying himself, quickly things turned around and he had Jose Mourinho as his manager. Then just before he could understand what was going on, now he's 19. He is trying to understand what is going on at the club. And Jose Mourinho, you know the type of manager that Jose Mourinho is. I mean, he was brought in at Manchester United to do a particular job. So he comes to do a particular job, an Italian job of sorts. But he's not given the resources and the players that he has, like Marcus Rashford, who are still learning their trade and not giving him, they're not producing consistently. I think there was one season where he played them alongside Martial,
Mm.
interchanging
Yeah, I
them.
remember.
They put up good performances that season. So the inconsistency gets to the boy in his development and the managers that are changing. So maybe it is too much information for the boy at that point. But then again, Mourinho in his second season, with all the turmoil that happened at Manchester United during his third season, remember now the kid is what, 2021? Yes, he's been so many seasons at the club, but these are the circumstances under which his development is either stagnating or regressing. So he moves forward, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer comes in. So he has played already under two managers with different styles of play. Then the manager who comes, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, also has another style of football, which was what vibes and inshallah, as in you would just kick the ball and hope, and maybe the forwards would score through counterattacks. So it worked for him very well. The counterattacks worked because he's a very pacey guy. So he enjoyed his football at that time. Then quickly, in between Mourinho and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we had Carrick.
Hmm.
So the guy has played under all the managers that Manchester United has had since David Moyes.
Well, I'm not saying he
So
has not
I
scored goals.
fear,
Marcus Rashford has
no,
scored
no,
goals.
no.
Maybe
Yes, he
Josh,
has
you can also
scored
say,
goals. I am
Josh, you
just
can also
saying,
add on something. Maybe the other
yes.
thing that also did get to him was the activities off the pitch. His
No, no,
charity
not
stuff
at
and
all.
all that.
Not at
But
all.
I
Not at
understand
all.
last season
Not
he
at all.
lost
We were
someone
in
very, very
COVID.
close to
We
him,
were in
Josh.
COVID, and while he was doing
Josh,
that, he scored
I
21
understand
goals for the
last
first time
season.
in his career.
Last season he lost someone very close to him.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Was
yeah.
it a
He lost
cousin or
his best
something?
friend. He lost
Best
his
friend?
best friend. Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand he was his best friend.
So I mean, but he's a good player, Josh. He's a good player. It's only that he's not turning up.
Sinan, I'm not done yet. As in, Isaac just cut me off, but I'm just explaining that maybe this is the reason that Rashford's inconsistency carried on for this period of time. That he has always had flashes of brilliance, but maybe he pitied himself too much. Maybe he needed an arm around his shoulder, and he never really got it because he never really settled with one manager for quite some time, and he stagnated. So I really fear for Alejandro Garnacho, because he could easily have the same experience with Rashford had,
Well, Nelson
because it
just
did
said it might
come.
turn out to be another Januzaj.
Adnan Januzaj. Yeah, 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 yeah. Adnan Januzaj also struggled like that. It is not easy. You see, the kid came under David Moyes. He played some good games, and actually, the attitude that Januzaj had is the attitude that Garnacho has, because Garnacho started, Januzaj started to feel like. Uh, Actually, we started to put a lot of pressure on Januzaj, demanding that he's our match winner in every
Januzaj
game.
was also introduced by Van Gaal, right?
No, David Moyes.
Moyes.
Yes.
Okay.
And he relied way too much on him and things like that. And uh,
But
by the
generally,
time
I,
Van Hal was here, things didn't go as planned. Van Hal tells you that he wished for him to be.
what are you doing? Okay, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
Van
go.
Hal wished for him to be loaned in the championship, but the
Mm,
boy was stubborn and he opted to be loaned out in Spain.
Spain, yeah.
That loan spell in Spain never
Mm,
helped
a
his ego, and
stinker.
yeah, that was the end of Adnan Januzaj. And now
A
he's
stinker.
just any other player who wants showed promise while he was young at United.
Yeah,
I fear
Josh,
for
getting back to
Alejandro Garnacho, so Amorim must do um, the most to bring out the best
well,
of this lad.
hopefully he fits into his system. But let's go
He
back to
will, he
Marcus
will.
Rashford.
Yes.
Rashford has played 281 games in the Premier League with 84 goals. Then Europa 39, 14 goals. FA 36, 9 goals. Champions League 33, 12 goals. And you remember that that PSG game, by the way. I think that will always be one of my best games with Rashford in. That was a
Romelu
beautiful,
Lukaku.
beautiful. Oh my God. Oh my God. And he's one, by the way, do you know he has scored 6 goals versus Arsenal in his entire Premier League career?
Yeah,
Career. Premier
yeah,
League, Josh.
he always scores against Arsenal. He loves the
Yeah.
big ones. He loves to score against Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal.
And let's not forget that season, Ten Hag's first season, where he was incredible, 2022-23, where he scored 30 goals, over
Yes,
30 goals. That was a beautiful
30.
moment, or 30 goals, yeah, a beautiful season for him. But overall, Josh, man, I think he should move. That
Yeah,
is me.
yeah. There's Sinan,
I
so
mean,
you're
he has
telling me to stop.
124. He has 124 goals and assists in the Premier League, by the way, in his whole entire Premier League career. You
Yeah,
know,
that's remarkable.
uh,
That's not. But you see, for him, he has played for I think 6 seasons now.
mm,
He's played for quite some time, or even more.
well, what is Sinan saying? Sinan,
Adnan,
Josh, please
Januzaj
stop
was
rating.
Ferguson.
Josh, please stop your Rashford thing. Yeah, it's like,
Adnan was Ferguson. I don't think so.
yeah, yo, he says stop your. Anyhow, yeah, that was it. So, Josh, you still think he should stay at the club, right? He still has a future.
No, 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 no. For me, I'm a guy of
Amorim
merit.
is coming. That
No, me,
Amorim
I'm a guy
setup
of
is going
merit.
to be
If
a
the
challenge.
manager, I'm a guy of merit.
Mm,
If the manager chooses not to play you, I cannot be one. I cannot be one to go off about the manager not having played you. You must do enough
Rash,
for the manager to pick you.
Rashford is the worst United striker ever.
But
Yo,
he's not a
no.
striker.
Well, okay,
He's a
forward.
wing forward.
Forward. We shall say
Yeah.
forward, because forward sometimes they play as a striker. Well, to help Sinan forward. But then I don't think he's the worst, but he has over rather underperformed. That's all I can say. He has just maybe it's the hype. The hype was too much, because sometimes same thing that happened to Yanuzai.
Yeah, but the
And I
hype
hope,
is
as you said,
it's us,
it doesn't,
Ganacho.
and I hope it doesn't take Ganacho as well. He doesn't fall under the same tree. That would be so bad, because Ganacho, he looked really stunning, he looked promising, but things turned out otherwise. Anyhow, thank you so much once again, Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac. We are officially signing out. See you tomorrow. Sinan, let's go. Rashford is 26, actually 27 years.
Then he should stay at the club if
27
he's
years. No,
26.
Sports Jazz guys signing out. Love you, everyone. Sinan, cheers. Ziad, everyone, cheers.
Cheers.